This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning, 6 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Roberts. We are off to a gorgeous start outside this morning. Those breezes picked up late yesterday, and it feels just a little bit cooler out there this morning. Let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi to see what's on the way. I love the breezes.
Oh, I do too. I absolutely do too. I've always thought that when I retire, I'd like to move into the tropics where the trade winds blow.
You know, most people move here.
Right.
Just saying.
We're just a little above the trade winds, but yeah, it would be nice. I love that breeze. It's just great. And today, it's got a little teeny bit of a chill in it because the dew points are a little bit lower, so the humidity is just a little bit lower as well. Nice conditions out of doors right now. Not much in the way of a rainfall chance for us. A few scattered showers over on the other coast, but they dissipate before ever getting close to the spine of the state. We're looking at a daytime high today. The top's out a tad bit lower than yesterday, coming in at around 80 degrees. And there'll be plenty of sunshine for everyone today. Another front heads our way this weekend, a stronger one. We'll talk about its effect coming up in just a few. Back to you guys.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic right now. A little build up there at State Road 70 after you get past 301 in the eastbound lane. Otherwise, pretty clear in Manatee County. Issue there on Fruitville Road. We will click on that and find out what's going on Fruitville Road, perhaps. And it is, okay, the left and center lane blocked at McIntosh, not too far from Cardinal Mooney. Just
police activity there. I drove by. That did not appear to be a serious accident.
Okay, interesting there. Also, the Ringling Causeway, some built up as you head towards St. Armand Circle. South County all clear at 6:02 on your Tuesday morning.
Our top story this hour, we are learning more about new allegations against the Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore.
The election is now 4 weeks from today. ABC's Lana Zach has the latest.
Not been a hard choice.
Republicans are abandoning Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore as another woman comes forward to say Moore sexually assaulted her when she was just 16.
I tried fighting him off while yelling at him to stop. But instead of stopping, he began squeezing my neck, attempting to force my head onto his crotch.
Beverly Young Nelson says Moore was a regular in the restaurant where she worked and offered to give her a ride home, but instead drove her behind the restaurant where she claims he became sexually aggressive. She fought him off, but says Moore warned her to keep silent.
He said, "You're just a child." And he said, "I am the district attorney of Etowah County."
This is the fifth woman to come out against Moore. He denies the allegations.
I don't even know the woman. I don't know anything about her. I don't even know where the restaurant is or was.
Offering up his wife in defense.
He has never one time lifted a finger to me. He is the most gentle, most kind man that I have ever known in my life.
But now even the leader of the Senate says Moore needs to go.
I think he should step aside.
Do you believe these allegations to be true?
I believe the women, yes.
Moore is hoping supporters will find the timing suspicious, but Nelson, who says she voted for Trump, says this is not political.
I would probably have taken what Mr. Moore did to me to my grave had it not been for the courage of 4 other women.
Moore says that nothing will force him out of this election less than a month away. But now the chair of the Republican Senatorial Committee says even if Moore wins, the Senate should vote to expel him. And if that happens, we're talking about an entirely new election. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
Meantime, speaking of allegations of sexual abuse, former Olympic gymnast Allie Reisman is accusing the team doctor Larry Nassar. In an interview on 60 Minutes, the 3-time gold medalist said she wanted to make sure no one ever had to go through what she did. She is the second member of London's gold-winning Fierce Five to accuse Nassar of inappropriate behavior. You might recall in October, Michaela Maroney said Nassar had abused her for several years, starting when she was 13 years old. Nassar is facing 22 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and 11 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct in the state of Michigan.
Happening today in Washington, Attorney General Jeff Sessions is expected to testify before the House Judiciary Committee as part of the Russia probe. Sessions said at his confirmation hearing that he did not have any interactions with Russian officials while acting as a surrogate for President Trump during the campaign. But it was later revealed that he omitted one meeting. Sessions also reportedly did not disclose that he turned down a proposed meeting between Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin last year.
Meantime, the Department of Justice is considering special counsels to investigate possible ties between Russia and Hillary Clinton. This stems from the sale of the Canadian uranium mining company to Russia's Atomic Energy Agency while Clinton was Secretary of State. President Trump and others have said that Russian interests attempted to donate to the Clinton Foundation to get her support for the deal. The unproven claims are being considered right now by House Republicans, and now federal prosecutors will decide if the case needs additional review.
The Supreme Court will consider whether it's okay to wear political apparel at polling places. A Minnesota law currently bans voters from wearing political badges, buttons, and other insignia at the polls. The plaintiff in the case says he was temporarily blocked from voting over a "Don't Tread on Me" t-shirt he wore to his polling place. His lawyers argue that the ban is unconstitutional. Lawyers for the state say lower courts have determined speech restrictions inside polling places are legal as long as they are neutral.
Happening around Florida, a Volusia County man was arrested for having enough explosive material to blow up an entire city block. Christopher Langer was being investigated for a domestic disturbance call when he thought his mother told deputies about his bomb-making material, so he threw a grenade out the window. The bomb squad was called in to dispose of the grenade, which didn't have enough explosive powder at all inside. But deputies found a large amount of homemade bomb materials and chemicals, as well as manuals on how to build them. The sheriff says that phone call was fortunate.
I will tell you that that domestic violence call probably saved us from making national and international news. He has all of the components in there to make a weapon of mass destruction.
As for Langer, he was booked on charges of making and possessing a destructive device and is now behind bars without bail this morning, and more charges are pending.
Florida Power and Light says it is transporting 1,000 power line poles to Puerto Rico to assist with rebuilding the electrical grid that was devastated by Hurricane Maria. FPL officials have been in Puerto Rico since November 3rd, providing technical expertise and guidance to that restoration effort. The 1,000 power line poles are part of the company's storm inventory. 33 trucks delivered the poles to Port Canaveral, where they get loaded onto a cargo ship and are scheduled to leave for Puerto Rico later this week. FPL says it continues to stand ready to provide whatever assistance is needed.
Governor Scott says he'll propose almost $200 million to support active duty military veterans and their families across the state. Scott also announced his support in providing free tuition to families of fallen first responders, police, and other military members who have lost their lives in the line of duty. The proposal would cover 120 in-state credit hours per family.
Breaking news this morning out of Tampa. Police are on the scene of a deadly shooting in Seminole Heights. Officers responded to the area of North Nebraska Avenue and East McBerry Street early this morning after receiving a report that a body was found. Now, police are calling this death extremely suspicious. Remember, this crime scene is just a few blocks away from a memorial that honors 3 people who were shot and killed in Seminole Heights. No one has been charged in those crimes. Police say it is too early to say if this shooting is connected to 3 October murders in that neighborhood. We'll have more on this story as it develops throughout the day right here on ABC 7. A scam alert you need to know about this morning. A Longboat Key woman says she was recently targeted by phony IRS agents. Roberta Straff says scammers called her more than 20 times last week, telling her if she didn't pay some make-believe bill, they'd put liens on her home. Straff says she already knew the IRS wouldn't come collect over the phone, so she didn't fall for it.
When I called the sheriff's office, no, they just said there's nothing that they can do about it. And I called Comcast, and Comcast told me to block the number. Well, I've blocked about 20 numbers already.
We also told you yesterday about a similar ploy where scammers are able to show the Sarasota police number on caller ID before asking for donations and then bank information. Police are warning everyone, be careful. Do not send money to anyone you do not know.
The holiday shopping season is less than 2 weeks away, and it's set to be a big one this year. Consumers are expected to spend about $1,000 each. That's according to the annual survey by Prosper Insights and Analytics for the National Retail Federation. That's about 3% more than last year when shoppers spent about $900 each. The National Retail Federation says increased employment and rising incomes are two reasons for the jump in spending this year. The NRF's holiday spending forecast predicts that this month and next month, retail sales will be almost $700 billion nationwide.
Suncoast families are on a mission to make an impact in the lives of children in need. People with Operation Christmas Child are collecting shoeboxes filled with toys, school supplies, or hygiene items as part of their National Collection Week. Operation Christmas Child will then donate shoebox stuffed gifts to children around the world, many of whom have never received a gift before and have very little to call their own. The Samaritan's Purse Project will deliver gifts to children affected by war, disease, poverty, and famine.
So the main items that we put in with the boxes are personal hygiene items, school supplies, toys. A particular need is for the boys 12 to 14. We also pack into the box prayer.
Donations will be distributed to kids in need in over 120 countries. Charlotte, DeSoto, and Manatee counties are also collecting donations. To find the nearest Christmas Child drop-off location near you, you can go to SamaritansPurse.org and then put in your zip code. Happening today, Temple Emmanuel will be handing out children's gift baskets to the pediatric staff of Sarasota Memorial Hospital. The baskets contain art and craft supplies, books, toys, and other gifts to brighten the lives of kids who have to be in the hospital this time of year. Temple Emmanuel started putting the baskets together last May. Now is an ongoing partnership between the synagogue and the hospital. For more information on how to donate supplies for future baskets, you can go to the SarasotaTemple.org.
For the first time in 15 years, Sarasota's Jungle Gardens will not have its popular Christmas display this year. Jungle Gardens says the park is still affected by damage from Hurricane Irma. Staff says a large amount of trees came down and the electric and plumbing was also damaged, so the park has been using its resources to clear debris in the walkways instead of preparing for its annual Christmas display. Sarasota Jungle Gardens was closed for 5 weeks after Irma, and 1/3 of the jungle is still impassable. Wow, that's amazing.
Bah humbug, Irma. That's not nice.
I like those nighttime light celebrations at Christmas time, too.
I do, too. Now, I'm surprised that we have heard so much about that property being so impacted. A lot of old trees. Is that our gut on that? I mean, I know they had just massive amounts of trees down.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess they get uprooted. They get uprooted.
I guess they do, yeah. We also have some lights at Selby Gardens during the season, too, which is kind
of
nice.
Other places to see them, but we will miss Jungle Gardens.
We will. Looking at some very pleasant weather today, lower relative humidity and some mild temperatures. Talk about that in a second.
Also, head first alert traffic. And are you shopping more in stores or online?
We'll take a look at why e-commerce could mean the end of the brick and mortar store when we come back. But first, we're taking a nice look outside. A gorgeous morning, dawn on the horizon, and cooler breezes. Your full forecast is next.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Christmas Tradition by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off
my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Air temperature coming in at 65 degrees now, with the dew point coming in at 63. Northeast wind at about 10. It's a very pleasant, kind of crisp start to the day. Crisp compared to where it was 24 hours ago and really for the several days before that. Lots of blue sky will be seen this morning as the sun rises, because we don't have too much in the way of cloud cover really anywhere in the state of Florida. We have a few clouds over on the other coast where there are some showers in progress, but that's really about it. 66 in Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca comes in at 65. So does Parrish and Bradenton and Sarasota. 66 degrees in Northport, and we have 66 degrees in Venice as well. So across the region, temperatures are generally speaking anywhere from 2 to 5 degrees cooler than they were 24 hours ago at this time. So definitely some drier air has filtered in, which has allowed some nighttime temperatures to fall off a little bit more. And today's daytime high, in fact, will be a little bit cooler thanks to that northeast wind, which is just a little bit breezy out there, and will continue to be so. Winds have subsided just a tad from when the front moved through, and so small craft advisories have been discontinued. But still, small craft are requested to exercise some caution this morning, as the winds will stay elevated probably through tomorrow, because that's when this high pressure ridge will be firmly fixed across the deep south. Right now it's in the process of building in behind the front that passed through yesterday. The northeast wind still breezy enough to pick up a few showers over the Atlantic and sling them back toward the coast, but they'd have a tough time making it across the entire peninsula and fade out before they get to us. So we'll have mostly sunny skies today, a breezy wind, and it will be just a little bit cooler today. In fact, it'll be even cooler tomorrow. North wind at about 15, increases to a northeast wind tonight at about 20. And the forecast calls for some lovely weather this week. Just about seasonable, actually. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday coming in the upper 70s. And then Saturday night, the next front comes through, a more potent front that could knock our temperatures down into the low 70s and nighttime lows into the mid 50s. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. We'll enjoy the breezes. Looking at the roadways this morning, you can get out the door now and enjoy a quiet commute through Bradenton. No problems over the Palmetto bridges. Things look good at State Road 70. A little bit of backup there at 301. The issue on Fruitville Road has cleared up. It looks like the police activity now has moved on, so you shouldn't have any problems east to west there. Bee Ridge and Clark moving well, and not a lot of problems across the entire area. It's quiet in South County through Nokomis, Venice, and down to Northport. It is 6:19, and with the holidays coming up, there's a new trend putting brick and mortar stores at risk. Crowds continue to go online. As you know, we'll shop for almost anything there.
Our Erica Jackson shows us why shoppers are shifting to e-commerce over old-fashioned retail shopping.
More retail stores are starting to operate online. The National Retail Federation estimates online transactions will increase by 8 and 12% by the end of this year.
I think department stores are in a death cycle.
Consumer watchdog Jerry Zivick is watching the retail industry change before his eyes.
He says it can be hard to find quality service while shopping in retail stores.
I think you have a situation where they're so busy trying to save money that they're missing the big picture.
Zivic believes more companies are trying to attract customers to make their purchases online by becoming more lenient with return policies and allowing customers to find a product online to later pick it up in store.
All of the major players have really invested a lot of their resources in online and making it as easy as possible.
They're certainly making it very easy to shop online and to not have to spend the time and the gasoline and the cost driving around to pick up these products.
Still, the National Retail Federation says less than 10% of all retail sales are made online. Dr. Michael Snipes, economics professor at the University of South Florida, says that number is so low because it takes into account things like haircuts and car washes.
It's something that has to be done in a traditional sense. It can't be done online.
Serge Jurgensen, founder of cybersecurity data forensics group Silent, believes many shoppers prefer not to take the risks associated with e-commerce.
We are giving a ton of information to one or two, a small handful of commercial entities whose corporate mission is to make money and trading on the information that we're giving them.
Clothing brands like BCBG and BB are closing all of its retail stores this year, including its mall at University Town Center locations, to focus on e-commerce sales. Shoppers can buy items from those and select other brands on one website. And Jurgensen believes customers take that safe road, giving them less of a chance of getting their personal information compromised.
I think it's very easy to pick one online retailer, Amazon being a perfect example, and you can do all your shopping through them.
Zivic believes many of the cons of shopping online are first world problems.
There's almost too many choices sometimes. You're comparing this and you're comparing that, and then you're comparing prices, and you could spend a lot of time that's just not worth my while.
Popular stores are also incorporating handheld technology to improve customer shopping experience. Drugstore chain CVS is using its smartphone app as a tool to bring customers back into the store. Reporting in Sarasota, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And for more shopping secrets and updates on local breaking news, you'll want to download the latest version of our app. iPhone users, go to the App Store and re-download it. You'll want to search for WWSB or My Suncoast. Android users, you'll get the update automatically.
I'm still old school. I want to go to the store and see what I'm buying first, usually.
You are old school.
Yeah?
I try to do everything online.
But how do you know they'll fit your kids?
Send it back. It's free shipping both directions.
Yeah, I guess you're right. All right. 6:22 right now. Still heading Good Morning Suncoast. More charges have been filed in that Penn State fraternity hazing case.
We'll tell you how newly released surveillance video is the bombshell evidence prosecutors were looking for when we come back. We're taking a look outside at a gorgeous sky. A lot of breeziness out there this morning and cooler temperatures. John Scalzi says a sunny, pleasant day is on the way. We'll be back.
At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans. And prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book and DVD. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. Call 1-855-395-9803. That's 1-855-395-9803 now.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for as little as $24,999. Or be one of the first to drive away in a 2018 Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today. Everyone's buzzing about Suncoast View.
I like watching the Suncoast View.
I like the Suncoast View.
The cooking segments, I love the recipes. The theater segments are terrific. They're just fun.
For smart, fun talk in the afternoon, watch Suncoast View, weekdays at 4 on ABC 7.
Oh yeah, pretty shot there of the Ringling Bridge, well lit underneath. I like that as well.
Yeah, that is a very nice effect, and a nice effect in the sky as we approach sunrise. We're going to see a lot of that sun today, a little bit lower humidity and breezy conditions, so enjoy a gorgeous morning.
If you get a chance, check out our Facebook pages, Ray Collins, ABC7, John Scalzi, ABC7. You can check it out. Behind the scenes pictures and also all sorts of information you want to check out as well. And like the page while you're there. We appreciate your business. 6:26 right now on this Tuesday morning.
And new charges have been filed in the Penn State hazing case after officials discovered disturbing surveillance video deleted after a fraternity student's death.
That video shows just how much he was given to drink that night. ABC's Candace Gibson has the latest on the case.
In this morning's GMA First Look, potential bombshell evidence in the alleged hazing death of Penn State freshman Tim Piazza. On Monday, the district attorney charging 12 more of Piazza's former fraternity brothers with a variety of charges after the FBI recovered deleted video from the night the 19-year-old died.
Missing from the evidence in this case was what really happened in that dark basement that night.
In all, 26 brothers now charged, many facing allegations from reckless endangerment to manslaughter. Police say the students led them to believe a security camera in the fraternity's basement was not working and instead allegedly deleted the video. Prosecutors say the now recovered video shows the brothers giving Piazza 18 drinks in less than 90 minutes. And coming up at 7 a.m., Dan Abrams and Sonny Hostin weigh in live with your GMA First Look. I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Cool tech. Where's the new computer to power it?
They have the old one.
Come with me. This is your holiday future. 4K cameras, video games, virtual reality, all virtually useless without a new computer.
All I see is darkness.
You're in deep space. What? That was funny.
Give Intel 8th Gen Core to power all the latest tech.
Enamel is the strong white outer layer of your tooth surface. The thing that's really important to dentists is to make sure that that enamel stays strong and resilient for a lifetime. The more that we can strengthen and reharden that tooth surface, the whiter their patient's teeth are going to be. Dentists are going to really want to recommend Pronamel Strong and Bright. It helps to strengthen and reharden the enamel. It also has stain lifting action. It's going to give their patients the protection that they need and the whiter teeth that they want.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On Group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On Group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA has recently warned about an increased risk of leg and foot amputations associated with the use of certain diabetic medications such as Invokana and Invokamet. If you or a loved one took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation, ketoacidosis, kidney failure, or even death, call the Rely On Group now. We are here to help you get the justice you deserve. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-355-8205. That's 800-355-8205.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Our nation's servicemen and women show great courage and leadership both on and off the battlefield. When they transition to civilian life, they can apply the skills and values they learned in the military to the workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers everywhere to be smart, bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also a great way to show your appreciation for them. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, what's that smell at Benderson Park? We'll tell you what officials are saying about a problem involving dead fish.
Plus, it's been called a complete loss. We'll have details of a house fire in eastern Manatee County.
And we'll tell you why a Suncoast church is being criticized after removing an osprey nest from their roof. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Nice start this morning. Clear skies for the most part over downtown Sarasota. Cool breezes. Feels a little different out there this morning than it has. Welcome back.
That's a pretty shot there through the buildings on the Sarasota Bay. You see a lot in that one image.
Yes, and no matter which way you turn, it seems, from downtown, you can have a nice view of a different scene.
That's true.
Gorgeous start to the day on the Suncoast. Thanks for joining us. Let's see how the rest of the day and week is shaping up. We'll check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, pretty nice, I think. A little bit lower relative humidity, kind of a breezy wind out there. That'll be the case throughout the day today, I think. 66 degrees, says both Cooper in central Sarasota, weather watcher, youngest weather watcher we have, and Mark in Palmetto, seasoned weather watcher as well. Across the state this morning, it's pretty quiet. No large-scale systems headed our way. A few scattered showers over on the other coast, but that's really about it. Those showers will not be really bothering us at all today. Maybe a little bit of high, thin clouds from time to time. That's really about it. Daytime high tops out a little cooler than yesterday, but still a degree or two above the average, coming in at about 80 degrees. A stronger cold front on the way. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, talk to you soon, John. Checking First Alert traffic right now. Some build up there on 41 southbound as you head down toward Sarasota, toward University Parkway. Also Longboat Key, a little blip there as you head toward the Publix light. Fruitville Road, eastbound, some issues there at Tuttle, also Bee Ridge around Beneva as you head toward McIntosh in South County. All clear at 6:34 on your Tuesday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, new information overnight about a suspected road rage investigation in Sarasota County.
Deputies responded to reports of a shooting involving 2 drivers last week on US 301 just south of University Parkway. The man who fired the weapon has since been identified as 75-year-old Stephen Fernard, and the injured man, 21-year-old Hunter Bradley. He was shot in the shoulder. But detectives have determined that Fernald shot in self-defense. The incident's been reclassified and closed without criminal charges against either driver. Breaking news from Tampa. Police on the scene of a deadly shooting in Seminole Heights. Officers responded to the area of Nebraska Avenue after receiving a report of a body that was found this morning. Police called the death suspicious. This crime scene is just a few blocks where 3 were shot and killed in Seminole Heights last month. Police say it's too soon to say if the latest death is related.
The trial of the only man still facing charges in a fatal Manatee County shooting and stabbing is now underway. A second suspect turned star witness died of natural causes, leaving Dwayne Cummings as the only suspect in the investigation. Carl Tuxford was found shot to death inside his Jeep in Bradenton in January of 2016. Less than an hour later, Jordan Finland was found stabbed to death in Terracea Preserve State Park. Manatee County Sheriff's detectives were able to connect the 2 murders and said the motive was retaliation for a previous burglary at Cummings' home. Cummings has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of armed kidnapping. His trial is expected to go to the jury by Friday.
An investigation is underway after fire destroyed a house in eastern Manatee County. Myakka City fire officials say they received a call about a house fire about 4:30 p.m. on 237th Street East. Several animals were killed in the fire. The house was deemed a total loss. No word yet as to what sparked the blaze. A nonprofit event last weekend was unforgettable at Benderson Park for all the wrong reasons.
Participants had to deal with the unpleasant smell of dead fish coming from the lake at Nathan Benderson Park in Sarasota County. Rick Adams tells us what the park is doing now to try and fix the problem.
Some of the people that were with us started saying, you know, my throat's a little bit sore, and a couple of us started coughing a little bit.
That's what Lori Brousseau and many others were feeling at Nathan Benderson Park Saturday during a walkathon charity event, including a group of elderly people from Homestead Senior Care, where Brousseau works. She says there appeared to be at least 200 of the same kind of dead fish in the lake just floating around.
Somebody said it smells a little bit like red tide, and I said my throat's a little bit sore too, and then we started seeing a dead fish and then another dead fish, and as we're going, like not a big clump of them, but every little step along the way there was another dead fish in the water.
Brousseau's daughter Gabriella participated in the walk as well. Although she's feeling better, it was a little different story for her on Saturday.
When we started walking and seeing all the dead fish, I noticed that my coughing started to pick back up again, and I started to have like more of an itchy throat than I was already dealing with.
In a statement that we had received from Sanka, the organization that oversees Nathan Benderson Park, its president says, we are currently working closely with Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission to investigate the recent issue of dead fish surfacing within the lake at Nathan Benderson Park. We are hopeful in working with FWC to find an explanation and to resolve this soon. The Brousseaus and others do want answers as to how this happened.
I was surprised. Normally after the Alzheimer's walk, there's usually about 30 minutes to an hour, usually even more than that, of the vendors being out and offering sandwiches and stuff. And instead, by the time we came off the gangplank, everybody was already packing up and gone.
Reporting from Sarasota County, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
An injured bald eagle found in Sarasota has been euthanized. The Wildlife Education and Rehabilitation Center picked up the bird in the Bent Tree subdivision on Friday after it suffered a compound fracture on its wing. The people who found the eagle last week believe it had been attacked by an alligator at a nearby lake. The Wildlife Center had to euthanize the bird because the injury was determined too severe to treat. After a decade of nesting, an osprey's home was removed from the top of a church steeple on Anna Maria Island. The osprey nest used to sit on top of Gloria Dei Lutheran Church, but after the church was tented for termites, the nest was taken down. In its place sits deterrence, keeping the osprey from rebuilding the nest. Well, the birds have been seen sitting on top of a telephone pole now right out front of the church and even flying around the area.
I'm just confused as to why they even took it down. I understand through the process of the tenting, they had to take it and remove it for a little bit, but I don't know why there's the deterrence now.
FWC says the church did not get a permit to take the nest down, but they don't need one because there were no eggs or young birds in the nest.
Some Northport homeowners are petitioning the city to not change their addresses. The residents live in the West Villages, which is part of Northport, but their home addresses are Venice. Some fear the change to Northport may lessen their home value, but as it stands, those residents do pay city taxes and receive garbage pickup from Northport and not Venice.
People selected this address for schools, for their children, for the value.
Officials want to lock down the address issue ahead of next year's census so the residents know in which city they'll be considered living in.
Lawn bowling is more than just a fun backyard game. The best lawn bowlers in the country are here on the Suncoast this week for the Lawn Bowling U.S. Open Championships. Last year, the event was seen by over 2,000 spectators. Players from a dozen countries are competing for prize money and medals. This year, even more competitors have entered. 16 countries are represented.
225 competitors. This year about 276, so it's going quite well. A lot of competition from around the world. Today in the finals we have Northern Ireland against the Jersey Isles. Great competition, great competitors, great camaraderie.
The Lawn Bowling Championships continue through this Saturday. They will be at the Sarasota Lawn Bowling Club right there next to the Van Wezel.
Happening tonight, two groups, Bright Ideas on the Gulf Coast and Cross College Alliance, are hosting an event tonight called Mind the Gap. Area college students have a chance to talk with over 50 local employers. The goal is to change the perception that there aren't enough competitive jobs in the area, which is the gap often cited by students and employers. Mind the Gap starts at 5:30 p.m. on the Ringling College campus in the Ross Camp Exhibition Hall, often called the brain drain.
Exactly. I love this, though, because I think the perception is from the 20-somethings that they have to go, right? That the jobs aren't here. But I think if we can get more conversation going, they are here. I mean, there's a lot of people that want to stay and want to work, and employers that want them here.
They want professional jobs, and maybe there are some more happening right now.
Or we can get more to come.
We need to keep the youth here, too, because
Right.
that's how the vibrancy of the community will occur.
Absolutely.
Let's hope they all find jobs. We're looking at some very pleasant conditions for us today. Some slightly cooler temperatures, less humid. I like less humid. And we'll glance ahead, too, at Thanksgiving Day. It goes beyond the 7-day, but what the heck?
Why not?
Live on the wild side.
We're ready to think about the holiday. Also coming up, the latest in First Alert traffic, and free agent quarterback Colin Kaepernick is GQ's Citizen of the Year.
We'll tell you why the magazine chose the controversial athlete when we come back. But first, a pretty shot of your Ringling Causeway as you awaken on this Tuesday morning. It is 6:42, and you're watching GMS on ABC 7.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
All this week, Erica Jackson reveals behind-the-scenes shopping secrets you can't afford to miss. Are you getting the best savings online? Our subscription service is a good deal. Find out all this week as ABC7 investigates shopping secrets at 6 p.m. Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we're looking at some pleasant conditions outside. Nice blue skies. It's going to be a lovely sunrise, I think, as dawn breaks here on the Suncoast. 65 degree, dew point 63. That's pleasant enough. We'll have a nighttime temperature tonight, I think, that will probably be just a little bit cooler than this. And the reason is our dew point value will fall. It'll continue to fall. Northeast wind will continue to draw down that cooler, drier air. 66 Wauchula, 66 Arcadia, 65 Myakka, Parrish, Bradenton, Sarasota. Venice comes in at 66, so does Northport. Take a look at the dew point temperatures across the state. They're the lower dew points to the north of us. That's what I'm talking about. That northeast wind will continue to kind of pull down some of that drier air. And, you know, dry air just does not retain the heat like moist air does. So what we'll notice is that after sunset occurs, the temperatures will fall off a little faster tonight than they did last night. And we'll start to see some bottom out temperatures, probably near 60, maybe some upper 50s in inland areas. The frontal boundary is past. It is now in the Florida Straits. High pressure is building in. As a consequence, we're getting some breezy air. We're watching 2 systems back behind that front, though. One will come through over the weekend. That'll be here on Saturday, and that'll have a little bit of a punch to it as well. It'll drop our temperatures to below average. And then the next front will be moving through here close to Thanksgiving Day. We're going to be watching that. There is the potential at this point for perhaps a shower or two on Thanksgiving Day with that next front in the Pacific Northwest right now. We'll see. It's 10 days out. Timing could be certainly off on that one, so we'll continue to monitor it. But that potential exists. The thing is, all next week should be a kind of cool, pleasant week, though, so that'll be kind of nice. High pressure builds in today. We get that northeast wind kicking up a few showers on the other coast, and those few showers have no chance of making it all the way across. But they will elevate the winds just a little bit, and boaters should exercise some caution out there. North at about 15 this afternoon. We'll have today a nice day with lots of sunshine, daytime high near 80. Tomorrow, 78, just about spot on average for this time of year. And then as we head into Saturday, we'll look for a late night shower with the next front moving through and some colder temperatures, or at least cooler temperatures, to start next work week. Might be a little bit of a chill in the air with nighttime lows in the 50s. Back to you.
All right, we'll be waiting for that. Thank you very much, John. This morning, we're watching traffic picking up in volume southbound over the Palmetto Bridges, starting to fill up now. 301 in both directions, also showing some volume. I-75 looks great through Manatee County right now and straight through Sarasota. A little bit of volume eastbound on Fruitville, no problems on Bee Ridge, and things looking pretty good at Clark Road. A little bit of a backup at 41. I do see an accident now popping up just north of Osprey on 41. That's at Venetian Drive on the trail, so keep that in mind if you're in that area. I-75 into Northport is moving well. In this hour's Health Smart, an apple a day may keep the dentist away, but not forever. So what can you do to help prevent things like cavities and gum disease? Kim Hutcherson has tips on good oral habits.
A smile can tell you if a person is happy, but did you know it can also tell you if they're healthy? Poor oral health can lead to problems down the road. The most common oral ailments are cavities and gum disease. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 91% of adults have tooth decay, and nearly half of adults have periodontal disease that can lead to inflammation in the mouth and destroy the bones that support teeth. Age, weight, smoking, and alcohol use are all risk factors for periodontal disease, which can also be connected to heart disease. Here's what you can do to maintain good oral health. Brush with fluoride toothpaste and floss between the teeth to remove dental plaque. Change your toothbrush every 3 months or when the bristles wear out, and visit your dentist on a regular basis, even if you don't have natural teeth. Also, Don't use tobacco products and cut back on the sugar. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Entertainment news. GQ magazine has named former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick as their Citizen of the Year. The editors said his act of kneeling during the national anthem to protest racial injustice and police brutality earned him the honor. Kaepernick has since filed a grievance against NFL owners, accusing them of keeping him out of the league on purpose in retaliation for his outspoken views. Kaepernick said he is honored by GQ's recognition. And for some lucky American Idol hopefuls who were cut, they have a new chance now. Judges Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie will select singers to re-audition for a chance at the competition. Their audition videos will be broadcast live during the 2017 American Music Awards, and viewers will have a chance to vote for their favorite singer by visiting americanidol.com/vote. The singer who gets the most votes will receive a golden ticket to Hollywood. American Idol returns in March right here on ABC7.
That's something different for the AMAs.
That interaction thing is big these days.
Exactly. Kind of a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Those have been around for decades.
Yeah, that's true, too. Up next, we'll update your top local news headlines. And we've all heard about lions and zoos, but would you go nearly nose to nose with a lion in the wild?
We'll tell you how one zoo is helping guests get up close and personal after this. But first, we're taking a look outside. Mix of clear skies and clouds this morning over downtown Sarasota. We have a nice day on the way. Details straight ahead.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast restaurant guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
It is 6:54. We are taking a look at the Ringling Causeway this morning. A little bit of cloud cover hanging around for a sunrise, but we will see plenty of sunshine as the day goes on in breezy and less humid conditions. Looks like a nice day on the way. Here are some of the top stories we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
A fire broke out at a home in eastern Manatee County yesterday. The flames destroyed the house in Micah City. The cause is still under investigation this morning.
There will be no charges for anyone involved in a road rage incident last week in Sarasota County. Detectives determined the 75-year-old driver who shot the 21-year-old driver did so in self-defense.
And there'll be no Christmas display this year at Sarasota's Jungle Gardens. Park officials say there are still cleaned up from Hurricane Irma, and over a third of the park is still impassable.
Our final look at First Alert traffic for the hour. We are looking at an accident at 41 and Venetian Drive that is just north of Osprey there on the trail. Other than that, we are accident-free throughout the area. A little bit of delays on 301 in both directions. John?
Yesterday's cold front will benefit us with some slightly cooler temperatures for a couple of days, kind of seasonable temperatures actually. Then as we get into Saturday, another front moves through. That one really cools us off into the low 70s.
Look at this, an Australian zoo has a new exhibit that surrounds visitors with live lions. The Lion 360 experience allows animals to approach visitors from all sides and even from above. The zoo says the encounter is safe and gives visitors a rare prey's eye view. They say the exhibit will help spread awareness of the species. I hope those screens are thick.
Yes,
sure.
Definitely some risk factor involved there, but kind of cool to see them from all angles.
Yes, I don't want to see a loose screen, though, or any aggressive lion.
No, definitely not. We will continue to follow the breaking news out of Tampa this morning. Right now, we're taking a gorgeous look at the sunrise.
Good Morning America is next. We'll see you at 7:25 with our next update, folks. Have a great Tuesday.